Yes, so beautiful people, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing beautifully well. To my returning and my new subscribers, in fact, I say thank you so much for always tuning in, standing by, your like, your shares, your comments. In fact, I love everything. Okay, thank you so much, my correct people. I appreciate you guys for everything that you do on my channel. So right now, if you have been following the trend now concerning what the Brasilia Iyanifa has told Kabiyesi and how they are about actually preparing right now. They said that now in a secret, like a kind of of course, the secret will say because it was just Kabiyesi, the Yanifas, the Queen Naomi and Tade that were there at this point. Before it was like in the open, but this time around they said they went to Kabiyesi's inner chamber, and some people actually said that they went to a certain place where they go for stay for prayers for the ancestors. Okay, but what we are hearing now is that they said in that sacred place, they said Iyanifa, Kabiyesi, Tadenikawo, and Queen Naomi were all seated, and the Iyanifa started explaining. Okay, Iyanifa explains the sacred rituals. Okay, the sacrifices, the chants, the invocations to cleanse palace walls, courtyards, and the ancient grounds of Ile Ife, like how Tade would do all those things. And of course, Queen Naomi was like, it started not too small. How is it going to, say all these prayers and all that? They now bring a kind of a suggestion that, okay, what they would do is that is maybe they should look for a palace young boy who can actually say this thing in the place of Tadenikawo, and they actually did some consultations and they find out that they say yes, it can actually be done that way. And now who will they pick? Who will be the person that will speak on behalf of Tadenikawo, even though Tade will also join in saying amen, even if it's that one he can say, okay, because he's still way too young to start saying those words exactly the way it's being said. So now, of course, they know that Tade is very smart too. Tade is very smart, but know that this thing is a thing of that has to do with this spiritual thing. So they have to be extremely very careful. By picking somebody they know can actually just do this thing fast and they go. And the good thing is Kabiyesi was so happy the moment they said the ancestors said yes, they can actually pick someone that will represent Tade, since Tade is already on ground, that they have seen that it is okay, that Tade can join in as they go round for the prayers, but he can just be saying amen, and as the child or the boy they will pick is putting his hand, maybe doing those what they're asking him to do. Tade can just put his hand on the boy's hand, or just do a kind give a kind of a symbol that he's concurring, or is yes is supporting, or is standing as if he was the one that is actually doing those things. You are welcome back again to my channel. Nice meet you here once again. It is my pleasure to have you here. If you have been watching, you have not subscribed. Subscription is free. Yes, my correct people, it's totally free. All you need to do is just to tap on that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, so whenever I drop my videos, you get notified, and share so others will learn one or two. And also don't forget that all these are our less speculated story. They are not for sound information. And also come down in the comment section and drop your opinion. Yeah, we need that very opinion of yours, okay? And also don't forget to give that big fat thumbs up. All right, so my correct people, now they said that they in the course of trying to deliberate who will be the boy, how will they pick, they try again, they consulted, and they brought in one or two boys from who the mothers are from the palace, and they were checked, and of course one was picked. And they have to also make sure that this boy was in good place. And now what they told the boy's mom is that, look, this boy, he has to be kept in a certain place, because one, he must not quarrel maybe with his peer, friends or a playmate or with anybody. And secondly, he must not take collect food from any hand. So at this time around, Kabesi was like, since it's like that, it means he won't even be with the mom either. Since Queen Naomi is around, let this boy just be with Queen Naomi, where in Queen Naomi's chamber. Let this boy be with Queen Naomi, let them be there while Queen Naomi be the one to feed, feed him for the time being before the ritual. And the Iyanifa was like, perfect, that would be very good, so that there won't be any mix up or maybe hearing story that touch, since Queen Naomi obviously would not take food from any other person in the palace. And that was what it was done. So now they say, since he has to remain pure, no quarrel, no food from strange hands, and no fear, they said, this kind of thing. Now when things like this happen, you go dey hear different reaction. Now they were like different reactions, different people were talking from different quarters, saying that is Tade not too small, why will it be Tade? Some are saying that no, it's not only Tade, there's also boy that is they have appointed to join in saying what are they supposed to be saying and all that. And they were like, why is it that it's even only Tade? Now it's Oloris that are saying all this is according to what we heard. That why must it be Tade? Why won't they just pick any other person? Why is everything pointing to Tade? Tade, everything they want to do in the palace, they will go. You see that they say Queen Naomi or they will say Tade. Why? Why is it like that? So now, different talk, different speculation from different corner. And they said, even Olori, some of them were like, whatever, different talk, sha. Okay. So at one particular night, they said when everybody was sleeping, this boy stood up all of his studying. Like, he just woke up from his sleep at night, where everywhere was quiet, everybody were asleep. They said this boy just stood up. He was shaking, Queen Naomi quickly head him up, because this boy, they say, is a boy of around 8 to 10 years. That's the age range, okay? Of course, he can say things. So now, they said, when this boy stood up like that, started shaking, fidgeting, they said, Queen Naomi quickly heard him and was like, what is it? What happened? He started narrating that he had a dream of seeing old people, like kind of warriors, okay? That's warriors of Ife, standing guard with spears and chanting, all those things. They said Queen Naomi was like, this your dream is somehow. So he just spoke to the boy that the boy should relax, that everything will be fine, prayed for him, and he asked him to go back to bed. And this boy went back to bed and he slept peacefully. So the next morning when they woke up, they have to go and meet Kabiyesi and narrated everything, told the Iyanifa everything. Iyanifa laughed. Kabiyesi also laughed. They said, this dream is a good one, that it shows that their ancestors are actually, it shows that you are not alone, that the ancestor walk with you, so everything is perfect. This is just a pure confirmation of what they really need, that it shows that the ancestors have actually accepted even everything already, even before they even carry out the prayer. It shows they are already on ground and they are already supporting and working with the boy to carry out this prayer to cleanse the land. So now when Iyanifa gives the boy and Okpele, okay, there's what they call Okpele, the divination chain, okay, they said he gave it to the boy and ties white beads on his wrist, okay, for protection, according to what we heard, just that this boy will be fully guarded. And that was how this boy was dressed, holding a calabash, and the drummer like holding the calabash. And they said when this boy was holding this calabash was filled with water. Of course, what do you think would be in the calabash, my people? They said it was filled with water, and they are now preparing this boy for this. I don't want this video to be too long. I will continue in my next segment, but this is what I heard, my correct people, that this is what happened. Atade too was not left. Atade was also dressed in their usual, white and all that, okay? And Queen too was there too, was the one, like, Queen is on ground, monitoring and watching as everything is going. So nothing is funny there. Okay. So my correct people, this is what I came across on the street or social media, and I said I must come and relate with you guys. Thank you so much for always tuning in, my correct people. Thank you for your like, your shares, and your your comments. In fact, I appreciate everything. God bless you. I appreciate you. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.